You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. You're about to meet a dog desperately in need of a new home. She has spent the last 2 years at Manatee County Animal Services watching as one potential owner after another passed her by.
Now, as the shelter makes a push to ease overcrowding, the staff wants to start with this one long-term resident. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us with Ember's story. Rick?
Yeah, guys, good afternoon. Ember here. She's been here for a very long time, and she is now looking for her forever home. Meet Ember, an 8-year-old pit bull mix who has been staying at Manatee County Animal Services in Palmetto for about 2 years. There's now a big push to find her a good home.
She's a very lovable and affectionate dog. She's what we call just a brown Florida dog. She looks a lot like the other dogs we have at the shelter here, but it's really the personality that makes her special.
Ember, who has skin allergies and some eye issues, caught the attention of Manatee County Commissioner Carol Whitmore, a lover of animals. She felt like she had to do something, so Whitmore took part in a public service announcement.
We do have a very proactive animal community, and this dog, a lot of people don't realize this dog has been there that long, so that's why I got involved, to bring it to everybody's attention, so hopefully they'll find somebody that has the right fit for our Ember.
Ember is just one of many animals at Manatee County Animal Services. Right now there are 145 dogs, so the facility is more than bursting at the seams. In addition to that, they currently have 120 kittens and cats, all looking for a home.
That's really hard on both the animals, the shelter staff, everybody. You know, we are designed to hold 80 dogs right now, so it's not a great situation for anybody involved.
And for more information on adopting Ember here or any of the other animals, you can log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. Reporting live from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Beautiful dog there, Rick. Thank you so much. We hope she finds a home soon. Well, an update now on a new transportation partnership at the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport. The Hampton Inn and Suites at SRQ has teamed up now with Uber Central to pick up passengers at the airport. This new plan eliminates the need for the hotel to have an airport shuttle bus.
For the guest, they simply call just like they would a hotel shuttle, and they don't need any special software or an app, and they receive an instantaneous text with their driver's name and direct phone number so that they know exactly when they're going to be picked up.
The hotel expects to be able to save around 40 or 50% in transportation costs with this new partnership.
A pair of Pineview School graduates are trying to save the rich inventory at Video Renaissance, the movie rental store on Bee Ridge Road that's closing after 33 years in business. Video Renaissance's staff is known for their film expertise and matching customers with movies that they might have never heard of before. Its selection contains tens of thousands of videos, including Hollywood and indie classics, as well as a wide selection of foreign films. The store's owner says online streaming services are the reason he can no longer stay in business. But as independent video and chain stores have all vanished, Video Renaissance maintained its devoted customer base.
You know, I've often joked that we are a 20th century business in a 21st century world. And I really thought that we were going to be closed by 2004. So we managed to survive an extra, 14 years. I guess that's not bad.
Well, the men raising funds are both former customers. One is a former employee. They want to buy the collection from Woodridge and donate it to the Sarasota Public Library. About $2,000 has been raised through a GoFundMe as of this morning, with a goal of $40,000. And as a kid, one of my favorite things to do was to go into one of those video stores and pick out one for the weekend. It's always great. So I hate to see
they're all but gone now.
I know.
Yeah. All right, let's get check on our weather now with some storms across the area with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Good afternoon. On this Friday, most of the storms are gone too, although still lingering along the west coast of Florida. The inland storms have moved on, and that's a good sign for football Friday night. Kickoffs usually around 7:30. These storms should be well into the Gulf of Mexico and also Lakewood Ranch, Music on Main. Although it looks rather ominous now, things are improving there as well and should be okay to go by the 6 o'clock hour. So things will start to cool down too. That'll be nice. You can see that heavy rainfall continuing now near Siesta Key, also near Lido, stretching up toward University near Bayshore Gardens. Some pretty heavy weather starting to wrap up near Again, Lakewood Ranch, things are improving, although still some lightning out there, so be careful. We're getting some lightning on the back side of this, but shouldn't be around too much longer. That rain now still moving in through downtown Sarasota, not as intense. Boy, it was intense earlier. Longboat Key, some pretty heavy weather. As I mentioned, Bayshore Gardens, look out. You're going to get some rainfall here as well. We had some big storms earlier in northwest Bradenton. One lone storm just to the east of Nokomis. That may clip you here in just a little bit. The stuff in Manatee County, for the most part, over northwest Bradenton, quieting down, but this is kind of building up toward Onico, heading off to the west. That's why I think Bayshore Gardens, you'll get a little bit of rainfall here. But as I said, most of it should be out of here by the start of those games. The storm's rather intense. Will continue to move off to the west. Rainfall estimates just in one storm, nearly 2 inches there near Fruitville and US 41, where it's still raining right now, although starting to wind on down, again, well to the east and central portions of Sarasota County. We'll have much more on our weather, let you know about the tropics, coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A former Trump campaign aide is sentenced to only 14 days in prison. George Papadopoulos pled guilty to making false statements to the FBI agents in Robert Mueller's Russia probe. Now, ABC's Janae Norman has the latest from Washington.
He wasn't well known before working for the Trump campaign, but George Papadopoulos rose to prominence as the first campaign aide arrested in connection with special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Now he's also the first to be sentenced, a judge giving him 14 days behind bars, 1 year supervised release, and 200 hours community service.
I see Papadopoulos today. I don't know Papadopoulos. I don't know him. I saw him sitting in one picture at a table with me. That's the only thing I know about him. I don't know him. But they got him on, I guess, a couple of lies is what they're saying.
Pictured here, sitting at a table with the likes of President Trump and Jeff Sessions during the campaign. Papadopoulos has admitted to trying to set up a meeting between the campaign and Russian officials. He's believed to be the first Trump campaign advisor to be contacted by someone with suspected ties to the Russian government and was given a heads up about hacked emails tied to Hillary Clinton's campaign. Papadopoulos bragged about those emails to an ambassador, which led the FBI to begin investigating possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Though he agreed to cooperate with the special counsel's team, prosecutors asked the judge to give him time behind bars, saying he continued to mislead them. The sentencing shows the Mueller investigation is nowhere near slowing down. President Trump has gone back and forth on whether he'd be willing to sit down with the special counsel, but his attorney insists on preconditions, including no questions about obstruction of justice.
I don't want to be set up with a perjury trial, number one. Number two, there was no obstruction and there was no collusion.
And the sentencing comes on the same day an associate of Roger Stone's, who is a close friend of the president's, testified before Robert Mueller's grand jury. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Former President Barack Obama is ending his silence, giving perhaps his most substantial political speech since leaving office today, defending his presidency and even going after the current administration. The former president painting a clear picture of the America he believes in, juxtaposed with the America of this current administration.
We are Americans. We're supposed to stand up to bullies, not follow them. We're supposed to stand up to discrimination. And we're sure as heck supposed to stand up clearly and unequivocally to Nazi sympathizers. And now he's
Mr. Obama now heads to California, where he'll be stumping for several Democratic congressional candidates.
Tomorrow, volunteers will meet at the Palma Sola Causeway to clean up dead fish left behind from red tide. Volunteers are asked to bring masks, heavy gloves, and sturdy closed footwear. Water and buckets will be provided. That cleanup will be from 8 to 10 a.m. Also tomorrow, the Suncoast Reef Rovers Venice Dive Club is planning an underwater trash cleanup. It'll be at the Venice Mooring Field. That mooring field for sailboats is near the Venice Yacht Club. If you'd like to join the effort, you can meet at the Venice Yacht Club tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
And the Wildlife Center of Venice is offering a free wildlife rescue training class tomorrow. The idea is to teach volunteers how to safely rescue wildlife and then take them to care centers. The class will run from 10 a.m. until noon at Cedar Point Park in Englewood. Still to come in your Suncoast News, why more people are going to urgent care centers and walk-in clinics.
And how Walmart stores nationwide are giving back to its employees.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Kettle's got it. Kettle's got it. Kettle's got what you're looking for at Kettle.com. 17 new car brands, over 1,000 used vehicles, prices and payments you can afford. Credit help if you need it, and they pay cash for your old car. Plus, Kettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Need service? Kettle's got that too. Kettle's got it. Visit Kettle.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg? Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break? Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Have you had your cholesterol checked recently? Doctors may one day test for many other types of fats in your blood. ABC's Emily Rao explains.
Checking cholesterol is one of the basic exams in every annual checkup. It's meant to determine your risk of heart disease, and if high, doctors may prescribe meds to reduce the risk of cardiac disease. But cholesterol may not be the end-all be-all for predicting cardiovascular risk. Researchers in Australia conducted a study looking at a new marker in blood for predicting future cardiac events. Looking at a large database of more than 9,000 patients, they identified over 100 different fats in the blood that were linked with future heart attacks and related deaths. These fatty structures in people's cells and blood are used for metabolism, for making hormones and digestion. In most cases, people with high levels of fat in the blood were more likely to have heart attacks. But there were also cases where people with high levels of other types of fat in the blood were less prone to these events. Lowering your cholesterol is an important way to prevent heart disease. While you do that, doctors are looking into new blood markers that could signal additional risk. With this study, the medical community may have found something promising. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao for ABC News.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
A couple of afternoons of some strong storms, heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. And That happened again today. Upper level low continuing to enhance these storms, but you'll notice that rain came heavy into Lakewood Ranch, and now we're starting to see some clearing off in the distance there, looking a little bit better for Music on Main tonight in Lakewood Ranch, as well as a high school football action. Well, we still have Gordon spinning around into Arkansas. Front's coming down. This front, unfortunately, is going to change our winds around to a southwest direction. We haven't had that for about over a week and a half. That's going to be back in play on Sunday and Monday especially. We'll see how that does with the red tide. But this upper level low still generating quite a bit of clouds and showers over much of the southwestern portion of the Atlantic tonight. There's that line of intense storms that's moving through. You can see the low spinning right there of what's left of Gordon. And most of the lightning and heavy rainfall now off into the Gulf, although there still are some showers lingering near University, Palm Air, stretching off toward Bayshore Gardens tonight. Even Northport getting some rainfall, but behind it things are looking much better, and that means we should see okay weather for the start of the high school football action. Sarasota, the rain is slowly coming to an end, still there, and still lightning around too, all the way out to Siesta Key, Aledo, and the south end of Longboat Key. And there's that activity I mentioned now. It has moved into Bayshore Gardens and also into Oneiko. This is heading to the west, some light rainfall up into portions of Bradenton at this hour. So expect this rain to be around at least downtown Sarasota and the islands there in Siesta Key, Aledo, and Longboat Key for at least the next half hour or so. And more showers starting to pop up just to the east of Northport and Venice. So Venice, you haven't had a lot. This rain is heading in your direction. There's some energy there, so I wouldn't be surprised to see those storms flare up a little bit more. Well, this is flaring back up. It's been an unusual storm, from a tropical storm and a major hurricane back down to a tropical storm and then back to a major hurricane, it looks like, as it heads toward the Carolina coast. And most models agree with that, although there are a few outliers, obviously. But the National Hurricane Center does believe it's going to move into some very warm water. Upper level winds will become more conducive for development. It'll be back to a 4 as early as Wednesday. And notice that cone of uncertainty, if you just kind of project that width all the way to the coast, anywhere from South Carolina up to Virginia. Could be. There's a lot of air that could still happen with this storm, so we'll watch it very closely. Well, in the Atlantic, we're watching two areas, one near just off the coast of Africa. This one is a fairly significant storm eventually into the central Atlantic, but then it weakens once it gets into the Caribbean here. The indications are that this will become, instead of Helene, because it's gotten beat now by the one off the coast of Africa, it'll be Isaac as it makes its way through the Caribbean. That'll be one to watch late next week, but no problems for us at this point. As I mentioned, number 8 is out there. It's going to be mainly an Atlantic storm. Should not be a big deal as far as it goes. It should be heading off into the open waters of the Atlantic, but you got to keep an eye on it. We saw the same thing happen with Florence that was supposed to go up there. It never did. East winds turn to the northwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be running right around 1 to 2 feet with a light chop. The extended forecast then, temperatures in the upper 80s, starting to cool down just a little bit. Good chance for scattered storms tomorrow. Late morning, early afternoon could be a timing change there. We get more of a morning shower possibility, even afternoon on Sunday at 40%. It goes down on Sunday and Monday, and then we get back up to afternoon and evening storms Wednesday and Thursday. Had a chance to get out to Longboat Key, check out the red tide, and also check out what was going on with fishing. We haven't done a lot of that. Boy, it's just nice to be out there on the beach and not see any dead fish. Didn't see any. I walked over a half mile along the area beaches there at South Lido Key, and or I should say Longboat Key, and Steve Herrick was out there. Look at all the bait fish too. Through the cast net, got quite a bit of bait, and wasn't thinking we were going to catch fish, but I caught this nice sea trout. It was a keeper. Didn't keep it though. I'm not keeping any fish right now in this kind of red tide, and you should do that too. Dolphin, a pot of dolphins swimming by, and Steve Herrick latching on to a nice Spanish mackerel. I caught one as well. At the same time for the most part. The watercolor, you can see it, it's a little brownish, but there was no ill effects of the red tide at all. And as I mentioned, we threw all the fish back in. We saw a huge snook go by. It was 25 to 30 pounds swimming on by, and notice that's no fish, dead fish there. Steve's pretty optimistic.
Well, today we did have some activity. All I can say is that there's no ill effects from red tide at all. There's a lot of bait fish in the water. The water is a little brown, I'll give you that. But we did have some activity, so caught some Spanish mackerel, and Bob hooked a nice little sea trout. He was happy about that. I'm not going to downplay it as a very severe red tide, but I think with the easterly winds we've been having, like it's been discussed on the news, I think we're getting out of the woods slowly but surely.
And he would know too. He caught this big snook just this past Labor Day near the same location. He threw it back. Obviously, you can't keep redfish or snook at this time. Captain Brian Marcy on these paddleboard makeshift fishing vehicles there. caught the huge tarpon and tilapia. This was caught from a pond in Venice. Mike Scaramuso from Venice catching that nice tilapia. Also remember that the order is still out from Manatee County southward through Sarasota and Charlotte counties all the way down into Collier County. You must toss back the redfish and snook that you catch because of the red tide problems that we've been seeing. But I want to let people know that it's getting better out there, obviously, but there's still some. We're going to show the complete red tide update coming up at 6 o'clock. But it was much better. It's just nice to be out there relaxing, not worrying about the smell and no harmful effects.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, so many of us here love the beach and we'd like to get back out on it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. US 301 in downtown Sarasota is slow going tonight between Ringling Boulevard and 12th Street, so keep that in mind if you're heading out. Scott?
Well, in consumer news, are retail walk-in clinics and urgent care centers the future of healthcare in America? Well, according to a new study, they just might be. The study found visits to these clinics increased by well over 100% among consumers with health insurance from 2008 to 2015. During the same period, hospital emergency rooms saw a 36% decrease in patients for low-severity conditions. The study's authors suggest consumers are choosing these commercial clinics because they cost less and wait times are shorter.
More than $17 million in cash bonuses will be passed out to Walmart workers across Florida. It's just part of the $200 million in bonuses that will be given out to Walmart employees across the country. The quarterly bonuses are earned as part of an overall incentive plan to reward workers whose stores achieve sales and customer service goals. These bonuses come on the heels of the best performance for Walmart in the U.S. in more than a decade.
Some happy workers at Walmart, huh?
Yeah.
Entertainment news is next.
You like to pay less. That's why you made Honda Accord the best-selling midsize car in America. Get the redesigned Accord, the North American Car of the Year, or Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for less than the competition. Like SUVs and trucks? Get Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, CRV, the 8-passenger Pilot, or Ridgeline truck for up to $4,240 less today at your local Honda dealer.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
Attention, do you have Medicare? Do you want to make sure you have the most benefits and lowest possible out-of-pocket costs? You may be able to lower your out-of-pocket costs and get dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now to find out what you deserve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Over 3 million people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, but there are still many people who don't check to see if they're eligible for more benefits and lower out-of-pocket costs. It's so easy. One simple free call could save you money and get you more benefits. Be smart. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Call now to see if you may be eligible to lower your copays and get extra benefits, including dental and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're able to save money and get more benefits now. Call 1-800-711-7200. Again, call 1-800-711-7200 now.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
A British coroner says Cranberries singer Dolores O'Riordan died accidentally from drowning because she was drunk.
Witnesses found the 46-year-old submerged in a bathtub in her London hotel in January. She didn't leave a note and there was no evidence of self-harm. The coroner ruled her death an accident. The Cranberries formed at the end of the 1980s and had international hits in the 90s with songs including Dream, Linger, and Zombie.
Actor Vince Vaughn is facing a driving under the influence charge from a June incident. Authorities say Vaughn was stopped at a sobriety checkpoint in Manhattan Beach, California. He's also facing a misdemeanor charge of refusing to comply with a peace officer because he would not get out of his vehicle. Vaughn faces nearly a year in jail if convicted. He'll be in court again on Monday.
Two close calls for Post Malone in recent weeks. The rapper was involved in a two-vehicle crash this morning in West Hollywood. Post Malone said a car ran a light, causing his Rolls-Royce to veer off the road into a fence. The car did have some damage, but luckily no one was injured. Now, just less than 3 weeks ago, Post Malone's plane made a successful emergency landing in New York after blowing 2 tires during takeoff.
A photo of former Cosby Show actor Jeffrey Owens working at Trader Joe's recently went viral, and now rapper Nicki Minaj says she wants to give him $25,000. Minaj had harsh words for a woman who took the picture, accusing her of, quote, trying to embarrass this hardworking man. Owens played Elvin Thibodeau, I'm not sure, on The Cosby Show from 1985 to 1992. He said he took the Trader Joe's job after Cosby residuals dried up, and he liked it because it offered him some flexibility. He quit the job, though, because of all the attention, but says he's received a wave of support and even a job offer from producer-director Tyler Perry. So it's turning out good.
Yes, that's good news. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com.